Okay, we are in the bottom of the first inning. It is 1-0 LSUA. A sacrifice fly from Kylie Moody drove in Haley Fontenot. We apologize for the technical issues. Just trying to find a wireless signal out here. Makes it kind of fun. Had to reboot the hotspot, and we are off and running. Texas College and LSUA Quackernack batting. First one in, a called strike. Generals 39-5 on the season, 22-2 in Red River Athletic Conference play. Here's the 0-1 from Zizzo. It misses down. It's 1-1 on Quackernack. Quackernack, the Generals' corner infielder, hitting right around 500 this season, well on her way to what should be an All-American selection. Over for a called strike, and it's 1-2. One-two to Quackernack on the ground to second. It'll be an error as Quackernack will reach. Baker will score. And it is 2-0 LSUA. Haley Primrose standing in. Quackernack going. The throw gets into center field. Quackernack in with a stolen base. And a 1-0 count on Primrose. Primrose pulling double duty. Now a runner in scoring position for her to help herself out and extend this 2-0 LSUA lead. Back-to-back doubleheaders today and tomorrow against Texas College. A couple of makeup dates, just trying to get the final games of the season in before the conference tournament next weekend. Swing and a miss from Primrose, and it's 1-2. Line to second, and that's going to get through. Quackernack will come around to score. Primrose is going to end up on second, and it's 3-0. Still just one out. 3 errors on the inning for Texas College. First pitch in for a called strike to Caitlin Dunbar, the General center fielder. Won Female Comeback Athlete of the Year a couple nights ago at the 2025 Tankies. Here's the 0-1 to Dunbar. Into right center field. That is going to get down. Rodriguez couldn't get it. Primrose rounding third. She will score, and it'll be a triple for Dunbar. Four nothing here in the bottom of the first. Here's Howell, still with only one out. Laced down the first baseline and fair. Howell rounding first. It kicks off a pole. Howell's got at least a double, rounding second for third. She's got a stand-up triple. She's thinking about home, and she will hold up. It's 5-0, and that'll bring up Molly Sistrunk, who had a walk-off single in Game 1 against LCU last weekend. First one's over for a called strike. Again, joining us in the bottom of the first. Had a bit of technical difficulties getting this going, trying to get the wireless network out here to find itself on the ground. That might sneak through. It'll be a single for Sistrunk, and it's 6-0. Here's Camille Lightfoot playing left field for Trent Partridge tonight. Sistrunk going. The throw is going to twist into center. A called strike at the plate, so it'll be 0-1. And a stolen base for Molly Sistrunk. I'm close enough now to home plate that I can almost reach out and touch the home plate umpire. A little bit different here over at Champions Park than it is at the General Softball Field. Almost have to use a golf voice to do play-by-play here. The 0-2 is fouled away. Lightfoot hitting .297 on the season in her freshman year, and swinging a miss there for out number 2. And it's back to the top of the order for Haley Fontenot. Fontenot 1 for 1, had a single up the middle to lead off the inning. And that one kicks away from Vasquez, and she'll have to go track it down. Not a whole lot of room behind home plate here at Champions Park, and a small bit of padding that stretches from the middle of the right-hander's batter's box into the middle-ish of the left-hander batter's box behind home plate. Anything other than that, though, is going to kick off the brick facade, and it could be an interesting carom as a catcher. That one hits Fontenot. There'll be runners on first and second with 2 down. Six nothing here in the bottom of the first. Kylie Moody standing in. She had a sacrifice fly in her first at-bat. Fouls off her first plate appearance, rather. Still 0 for 0 on the day. With a sacrifice fly and a run batted in. A hot one here in Alexandria, up to 87, 88, and humid. As that one misses outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Moody. On the ground, that will sneak through into center. Sistrunk is going to come around to score. And it's 7-0 LSUA. And here a slight breeze around me here at Champions Park. Not much of one, just enough to cool things down a little bit. And everybody advances on stolen bases. 1-0 count on Baker. Runners now on second and third. Fouled away. Two and one. Quackernack waits on deck if the inning extends again. On a line down the right field line and fair. That's going to get by and go to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Baker's got a stand-up double. It is 9-0 here in the bottom of the first. Nine runs on 7 hits for LSUA and 3 errors defensively for Texas College. Wind picks up. Try to keep my head turned away from it so it doesn't get into the microphone. Fouled away, it's 1-1. On a line into center, it'll be a hit for Quackernack. Baker goes station to station. Quackernack takes second on the throw. Runners on second and third for Primrose. Over for a called strike to open the at-bat. On a line and foul past Richard Partridge in the first base coach's box. And a right and down. Baker will score. Quackernack will score. It's 11-0 here in the first. First pitch to Dunbar misses down, 1-0. Here's the 1-0, it's fouled away. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. A right-hander loosening up for Texas College. It's inside. The 2-1. That'll be past Cuba at second and into the gap to the wall. Primrose rounding third. Dunbar's got herself a stand-up double. It's 12-0. On a line to third. That's going to be a hard hit single. Dunbar will score. Make it 13-0 as Molly Sistrunk comes back up. 17th hitter of the inning for the Generals. Zizzo starts her off with a strike, 0-1. the third base line and foul. In the air to center. It should be out number 3, and it will be. Catch made by Chapa to end the inning. The Generals get 13 runs on 11 hits, helped along by 3 errors defensively. They leave 1 stranded. It's Zizzo, Barclay, and Hart due up when we return for the top of the second. Top of the second inning, Zizzo will lead off. 5th in the order for the Lady Steers. First pitch she sees from Primrose is fouled off. It's 0-1. Primrose on the season, a 20-4 record in 31 appearances, 21 starts. She tossed 149 and 2/3 innings coming into this ball game, has struck out 151, an ERA of 1.82, a whip of 1.12, and a batting average against of 215. The 1-2 catches the corner for strike 3. Caught her counterpart looking, and with 1 out, it'll bring in Barclay. Texas College did have a base runner in the top of the first on a walk. That's all they were able to get. On the ground at third, Sistrunk diving, the throw to first, the splits from Quackernack. And she wasn't able to hold the bag. That'll go down, unfortunately, as a throwing error. Primrose misses to Hart. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Fouled away. Count 1-2 on Hart. One-two in and out of the glove of Baker. Runner going. And Barclay will advance on the passed ball. So a 2-2 count here on Hart. swing and a miss. Hart down by way of the K. It'll bring up Rodriguez playing right field for Texas College. Oh, and 1 to Rodriguez. They get 1 and 1. Mother Nature's been angry this week. A lot of thunderstorms in the area, and then the one today's supposed to hold off. At least till after games get done. Here's the 2-1. On the ground and foul. Off the end of the bat. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second here in the second inning. 2s everywhere. Two, Weekly on the ground at first. Quackernack fields, and she'll take it herself for the final out of the inning. Texas College leaves 1 stranded. It'll be Lightfoot, Fontenot, Moody due up when we return. So in the bottom of the second, the Generals lead 13-0. Caps has come on to pitch, and that one's foul. Caps has come on to pitch, and she replaces Hart in the lineup. Zizzo has moved over to first. Lightfoot leading off. Fontenot on deck for LSUA. Sun peeking out from behind the clouds again. Here's the 0-1 from Caps. It's inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Winds and delivers the 1-1. It's 2-1. Skipped it in, 3-1. 1 to Lightfoot on the ground at third. Oh, it's a line drive out, excuse me. Low line drive there to Gress, who made the grab. So with 1 down, it's back to the top of the order for Fontenot. Takes the first one for a called strike. The 0-1 hits Fontenot. And with 1 out, the Generals will have a runner aboard for Kylie Moody, and there goes Fontenot to second. Second time she's done that in as many weekends. No, they're going to send her back. Hit by pitch, made it a dead ball. That one skips in. There goes Fontenot, and she is out. On the ground is second. That's off the glove. And it'll go down as an error, the 4th of the game for Texas College. And that'll bring up Maddie Baker. Yulia Quackernak's on deck. Baker, the Generals catcher. Spent a few games out in left field. Trent Partridge just trying to keep her bat in the lineup, and that would be why. A line drive in a left center field and down. Moody being waved around from third. Baker's in with a double. The throw is not in time. Moody slides in. For run number 14. And that'll bring up Yulia Quackernack. Playing first base here in game number 1. Swinging first pitch, stung it to center. At the wall, and that'll be a 2-run home run. To straightaway center field. It's 16-0. Quackernack's 11th home run of the season. Chapa almost went up and got that one. The first pitch. Low inside to Primrose. It's 1-0. Chopped foul. Be 1-1. With 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. On the ground at third, it's going to be fair. Throw across, not in time for Prim to get Primrose. She's got a single down the third baseline. Bring up Caitlin Dunbar. Caps looks in, and the 0-0 to Dunbar is going to get away. It'll be a wild pitch. Primrose advances to second. Two and 0 the count on Dunbar. Right down the middle, diving is Cuba, can't get it. Primrose is going to score. Dunbar will go up to second on the throw. And it is 17-0. Here's Howell, the designated player for the Generals. Swinging first pitch, sends that one back up the middle into right center. Dunbar will score. And it's 18-0. First pitch in for a called strike on Sistrunk. Here's the 0-1. On the ground, a short. Fielded cleanly. The throw across. Retires Sistrunk for out number 3. The Generals get 5 runs on 5 hits. Helped along by 1 error. They leave 1 stranded. Top of the third coming your way after this. Top of the third inning, Texas College trailing 18-0 to LSU Alexandria. Final weekend of regular season Red River Athletic Conference play. It's over for a called strike. The 0-1 from Primrose on the ground of first. Quackernack Fields takes it herself for out number 1. And now Grass will stand in. It's back to the top of the order for Texas College. Swing and a miss. The 0-1 down, 1-1, it evens it up. The 1-1, check swing, called a strike anyway, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Oh, it's 3-1, excuse me. be ball 4, so a walk. To Grass, and that will bring up Vasquez. All in one to the Steers catcher. Swing and a miss. Trying to get her to expand the strike zone. On a line, looping foul. Count will stay where it is. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away again. Back-to-back fouls. On the ground is short. Fontenot goes the quick way. And across, not in time. So with 2 outs, Texas College still with a runner at first. And here's the 1-0. Fontenot fires across for out number 3. It'll be Lightfoot, Fontenot, and Moody due up in the bottom of the 3rd when we return. So in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Lightfoot will lead off, and then some changes for the Generals coming up. On a line to right and down. Leadoff single on the first pitch from Lightfoot going opposite field. And that'll bring up J.C. O'Connor. Pinch hitting for Haley Fontenot. Fontenot feints like she's going and holds up. Excuse me, Lightfoot. That's 3-0 to O'Connor. Skipped it in. It's ball 4. Runners on first and second for Lorena Williams. Enters into the game for Kylie Moody. That one gets away. Everybody moves up on the wild pitch. One 0 to Williams is fouled away, 1-1. Williams 1 for 2 on the season with a run scored. Called strike there. It's 1-2. On the ground, a Baltimore chopper, the throw. Everybody advances. One out now with a runner on third. Brumley hitting. Pinch hits for Baker. That one's over for a called strike. And over the glove of the second baseman and down. O'Connor will score. Bromley is going to motor into second with a stand-up double. It's 20-0. One out. And Quackernack comes to the plate. Already a home run in this one. Straightaway center. This is on a line to center, and it's going to get down and over the head of Chapa in center. Brumley coming around. She's in. That is a long single for Quackernack. And a pinch hitter for the Generals. Elena Butte is going to pinch hit. $21-0. The Generals with 19 hits. As Butte pinch hits here in the bottom of the third. There goes Quackernack. She's in with a stolen base. That one hits Butte, so she will jog on down to first. As the Generals will reach into the bench for another pinch hitter. Leah Marrero is going to pinch hit. it looks like Swallow has come out on deck. Meaning that will change the lineup a little bit more as Trent Partridge is emptying out the reserves here. Still one out in the bottom of the third. Marrero going sans batting gloves at the plate. Kind of old school. That one's in for a called strike. In the air to right center. It'll fall in the triangle. So bases will be loaded with one out and Swallow at the plate. First pitch misses a ball. Watches that one in, 2-0. On the ground, Weekly to third. The throw to the plate will retire Quackernack, but that is all the Steers will get as everybody advances. And they prevent Quackernack from scoring, and Brooks will pinch hit now for Sistrunk. Swinging first pitch. Catch made at second for out number 3. So we'll take a short timeout and we'll be back with the top of the fourth after this. Top of the fourth inning, Chapa will lead off for Texas College. Defensively for LSUA, Quackernack is still at first, Swallows at second. At third, it's Brooks. The shortstops now J.C. O'Connor. Left to right, it's Tucker, Jackson, and Williams. Behind the plate, it's Brumley and Primrose back out for the fourth. The 0-1 lifted down the left field line. It's foul territory and just inside the fence. Tucker couldn't get there. It falls harmlessly, and the count goes to 0-2. Two, cued down the first baseline foul. Primrose 6 outs away from a no-hitter. On the ground is short. Choppa Falls coming out of the box. O'Connor retires her for out number 1. And that'll bring up Zizzo, who started the game in the circle and then moved to first. Fouled away. Here's the 0-1. In the air to right. Williams is there. And that is out number 2. Here's Barclay. Oh, the strike on the inside corner, 0-1. On the ground and foul. Brandon Hagan knocks that one down over in the dugout. Here's the 0-2. Misses low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wanted her to chase. Barclay held off. 1-2 well outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th, the 2-2. Got her looking for strike 3 to end the inning. Tucker will lead off for LSUA when we come back for the bottom of the 4th. So in the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be Tucker to lead off for LSUA, making her first plate appearance. Caps misses outside, 1-0. Make it 2-0. Hit foul. And it's 2-1 to Tucker. Here's the 2-1. On the ground at second. Fielded cleanly in the throw over for out number 1. Back to the top of the Generals lineup for J.C. O'Connor, who pinch hit and then stayed in defensively at shortstop. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back and out of play. One and one the count on O'Connor. On a line, and that'll get down into right center. A single for J.C. O'Connor. We'll bring up Lorena Williams. Stays up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Swallow. On the ground, and it's going to get up the middle and through. Station to station as Quackernack scores. It's 25-0. Still 1 out in the inning. Bases loaded and a called strike to Brooks. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one's fouled off the catcher 0-2. Shallow center. Behind the bag, it's short. It'll be an infield fly. That'll be out number 2. We're back to Cassidy Tucker. In for a called strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch to Tucker. Fouled right back at me. What we get that net there for, though? Oh, 2 on a line to center and down. Primrose scores. Jackson scores. And Swallow is now going to score. It's 28-0. Oh, 1 the count on O'Connor. 0-2 in the swing and a miss. And it's ball one. O'Connor takes it up and in. Swing and a miss. It'll be a drop third strike. Vasquez makes the throw. That retires O'Connor. It'll be Hart, Rodriguez, and Cuba due up when we return for the top of the fifth. Hart will lead things off in the top of the fifth. First pitch, a ball. Just 3 outs. And that one's over for a strike. Barring the unthinkable. But before they get that far, Texas College still has yet to find their first hit. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, 2-2. On the ground is short. O'Connor throws across, out number 1. That one starts up and stays up. It's 1-0. Primrose winds and delivers. Swing and a miss behind that one. 1-1 the count now. On the ground, right back to Primrose. She'll flip over to Quackernack. And she is now 1 out away from a no-hitter. A little nubber in front of the plate. Brumley to first. Haley Primrose has thrown a no-hitter against Texas College. The final score here in Game 1, 28-0. She just walks 2 and allowed 1 on an error, but no hits. That's the first time Primrose has thrown a no-hitter in her career. Join us again in about 30 minutes for game number 2 coming up.